Okay, so I had a little trouble unboxing the actual camera, but I've got it open now and here it is, okay? Here is the PlayStation camera, so we're going to peel it off now. Satisfying. So yeah, here it is, the PlayStation camera. It's got an adjustable stand there, which I think is quite cool. But yeah, it's basically a webcam for the PS5. So we are going to now hook this up to my PlayStation and we shall see how it looks. Okay, so to get the PlayStation camera working, you want to go all the way to your settings, which is just next to your icon. Click it. Then you're going to want to scroll all the way down to where it says Captures and Broadcasts. Click that. Go down to where it says Broadcasts. And then you're going to want to scroll all the way down to Camera. Okay? And then you want to go click on Display Camera. Do whatever size of the camera you want. And then do whatever clipping mask you want. I've got the size of my camera in the largest it can be. And the clipping mask in a circle cut out. So now you should just be able to see this. And yeah, that is how to set up the PlayStation 5 camera. Okay, so I've got the PS5 camera set up on the TV itself, and now we're going to do a quick 5-lap race around Abu Dhabi as it's got a new track layout. Let's go, a quick 5-lap race, let's do it. Okay, let's do it, okay, cool. Right, let's do it. And it is lights out and away we go for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We're going to get a not great start off the line, but it looks like Sergio Perez got a great start. I'm actually going to make contact with him, which actually leaves him a big room. As you see, collision with Perez. We've turned him very late there. We have to turn him very early to make this corner then. Actually not a great start at all. And then we're going to have to try and catch up to Sainz, Hamilton and Russell, which we actually think we are, because they actually went quite wide into that turn. We're going to use a lot of ERS, which is just battery. And now we're going to try and use some of the slipstream we've got from Carlos Sainz, which you can see we're catching up quite a lot through the delta time at the top. And we're going to brake early so we don't crash into them. And then we're going to try and make our way around the outside. We actually do try and look around the outside of him, but it looks like Sergio Perez is going to catch up to us. But again, we're going to try and use some of the ERS and what's the word? What is the word? Slipstream from Carlos Sainz. We actually don't let go of the throttle a bit, which actually lets us catch up to him a lot more, so that Sergio Perez catch up to us. We actually dive down the inside of Carlos Sainz. That was a really good dive. We actually push him wide, and actually that forces Carlos Sainz to fight off Sergio Perez, and I will catch up to Lewis Hamilton and George Russell into the final corner of the track of lap 1. Lap 1 of 5 completed of Abu Dhabi. George Russell has fastest lap, and it looks like Leclerc and Sainz can still have to fight us round. Okay, come on. Turn early into all these corners as the downforce generated is from the bottom. Carlos Sainz is going to have a look round the inside as the air a lot more, what's the word, fightish, a lot more aggressive, that's the word, a lot more aggressive in this game than last year's game, and looks like we're actually pulling away a bit from, as you can see in the delta times on the top left. And when brake really late into this corner, try and catch up a bit more to Hamilton and Russell, but actually looks like we've got a worse exit than Carlos Sainz as he's catching up to us. You can see back there, and we're only 1/10 away from him, and I actually think he's going to send down the inside. He does, but we cover him off. And now we're going to try and make round the whole left-hander and gain some time to Hamilton. We got only 7/10 away from him, but meanwhile Sainz is even closer with 3/10. Going to the hotel section, and we have actually gained some time. You see Hamilton loses his rear end a bit in the final corner. We have to go very wide, and we have to actually concede a lot of time to Carlos Sainz and lose a lot of time to Lewis Hamilton. It says the top DRS is enabled, which means if you stay within a second of the driver in front of us, we get next, I think it's 16 kilometers an hour or something. 16 miles, 16 kilometers, I don't know. But actually, I think we are going to get it because we are within a second going into the DRS detection zone. As you see at the top, bottom of the screen where the gears are, it says DRS in a certain amount of meters. We're going to click triangle and actually going to activate our DRS. We're going to use some battery, but we've not got a lot left. We're going to have to try and break slipstream between us and science. Actually, it looks like it's working. We're going to brake really early into this corner because DRS is even braking even harder. But actually, it looks like we're going to get DRS again. Going into this little curvy straight because we stayed within a second of Hamilton. We're actually gaining a lot of time on him in the straight, and it looks like we're going to try and just send it around the outside, even though we were nowhere near him because we broke very late into that corner. And here we go into the hotel section. We choose your braking point because just really depends if you are attacking or defending going into that corner. We were attacking actually, and now we are just going to try and make the corner without turning. It actually goes best for us than it did last lap, but we do go a bit wide, which opens up Carlos Sainz. He says yes please to that turn opportunity. He actually dives on the inside. We could try and cover him off, and we do. He actually tries to blah 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 blah. He actually has to concede that position, and a lot of time to Sergio Perez. For us, actually nearly causing a crash. I'm surprised we didn't get a penalty for that. We're out of DRS range of Hamilton due to us fighting with Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz is actually going to get a lot of DRS off us, and it looks like we can't fight because we've not got a lot of battery. All we can do is pray that he doesn't get off our slipstream, but he's actually catching up with a lot. He actually goes into within a tenth of us, and he's actually going to try and go around the outside as we cover the inside, but we brake really late and end up just going really wide into that corner. And if they can get even a better slipstream and DRS off us into this curvy straight just after the long back straight into sector 2. And it looks like he may even... There is a new race engineer, Mark Priestley, actually ex-race engineer of McLaren. As we go into the hotel section, pick your braking point, depends how close you are. Defending or attacking, we were defending, so we actually had to brake a little bit earlier, but we do actually go a little bit wide again into that corner, and Carlos Sainz again gets a lot of time to us, and he's gonna actually go around the inside of us into this corner. We actually have to actually gets a bit squeamish into that turn, and looks like Sergio Perez says yes thank you to that and actually overtakes Carlos Sainz. But Carlos Sainz is not going to go down without a fight. As you see, Carlos Sainz actually gets overtaken by Verstappen as well. It looks like we are actually going to have to settle for P3 in this race if he can hold up. But Carlos Sainz actually ends up getting Max Verstappen as well. And we actually need to have to use a lot of our battery. I see Sergio Perez going straight, turning again. We need a helicopter just above my voice. And actually, our battery is going to be enough to hold off Sergio Perez for one more straight. We're all going to actually go very deep into the turn, which says Sergio Perez catching through us a lot, which is not good, as he's going to get DRS into the straight as well. We're going to have to defend with our lives into this turn. We actually, defend that we actually caused crash. He got DRS, but we've got battery. Our battery is better than Red Bull's. We're going to have the inside line into this. We're going to actually push him out a bit wide, which is good. And now we're still going to be ahead going into this hotel section. He actually tries to go around the outside of us, but we make sure he does not. Going into the final couple turns into this race, lift off throttle, put the pedal to the metal, going into the second half. We have front wing damage. We're actually turning too early, but front wing damage does not matter a lot in this race. But we actually come home to win P3 into the end of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We end up P3, and that is going to be a podium for us. That ends up to be a 1-2 for Mercedes, and a very good race for them indeed. And we see this new cutscene from the game, which is George Russell. Did George win it? George did win it. We get him see him walking up to the podium. Well done of him. Congratulations, George. You see him on the podium. There is us, Charles Leclerc, on the third step of the podium. Well done to George Russell. And guys, that is the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it.
If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. See you next time. Peace.